200 miles south, Logan Grimnir, the great wolf of the Space Wolves, stood uneasily alongside Deathwolf and Creed. The rest of the Council of War Creed had gathered had dispersed back to their commands with orders to seize as much territory back from the Black Legion as they could now that Abaddon was safely neutralized. The Titans under Pache were advancing into the vanguard, where the 2nd Company of the Dark Angels and 75 Blue Daggers were pinning the rearguard of the Legion down. True to their orders, Deathwolf and Creed had assembled their forces to help seal the rift, but when the Emperor had seen how small it was, he simply told them to stand by so that he could seal it himself. Now, Grimnir, who had been aboard his vessel in orbit both when the Emperor first arrived and when he had returned, had used the drop pod to deliver both himself and 3 other 1st Great Company veterans to the surface to meet the Emperor in person. The other 3 had found excuses to linger for the chance of seeing the Emperor himself, and Grimnir hadn't objected. With a brilliant flash of purple, the Emperor appeared before them, once more in the middle of the courtyard. Grimnir knelt, as did Creed and Deathwolf.
"My Lord God, it is a true honor to stand before you now," he began.
"So stand. Don't kneel like you're tying your shoes. Reverence from an Astartes of all people is needless. You too, Lord Castellan Creed. If any mortal man has earned the right to stand before me unbowed, it is you."
"My thanks, your divinity," Creed said, creaking to his feet once more. Deathwolf and Grimnir stood as well. "Might I ask how the battle went?"
"1 Tech Marine wounded, no other losses. Chapter Master Gabriel Angelos of the Blood Ravens led a force of 4, and I arrived just in time to kill a bloodthirster and seal the rift."
"A bloodthirster, my Lord God? A worthy foe indeed. By any chance, did you see a dreadnought with the Blood Ravens?"
"No,"
the Emperor said evasively.
"Anyway, Grimnir, I'm glad you're here. I was wondering if you had heard the rumor that Liebman Rust himself is leading the 13th Great Company here on Cadia."
"It is true, my Lord God,"
the Space Wolf said, apparently taking the Emperor's word for Bjorn's absence.
"The father of the pack leads the Lost Great Company. I have no idea where they are right now, but I'm sure they could be found with sufficient resources."
"No need for expenditure, Grimnir. They are here to battle the forces of the traitor Primarchs, as Russ himself commanded them to do. Now that he's here, they'll keep doing it, I'm sure, but he'll be leading them himself. I will merely need to find them, and I'll find him."